have a seat wherever, and those mics, I think you have to turn them on, if I remember.
Nope, they're
Oh,
on.
they're on, they're live. Wherever you want to sit, it's fine. Yeah, I think keep the offices together. Just some clarification, when a question is directed to a specific individual,
It's my pleasure to be here. I always begin by thanking the Lord for allowing me the opportunity to run as a candidate for your Alamosa County Treasurer and Public Trustee. And I thank all of you for being here. I currently serve on the Board of Trustees of Adams State University. I was appointed by Governor Hickenlooper to a 4-year term. This in itself should give you a sense of who I am. I have 30 years of dedicated public service to Colorado State government. Working at Adams State University, I managed the Online Plus program in the Department of Counselor Education, managing 600 students in the master's and PhD programs, as well as an office staff to get the job done right. I was the executive assistant to the provost and to the senior vice president for enrollment management, working aside to promote the mission of the institution. I obtained my Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration Management and my master's degree in administration and leadership in higher education. My education has prepared me to be the manager and the leader that I am today. Not only have I managed a variety of budgets, I have executive level experience in finance. I am a board member on the Audit and Finance Committee at Adams State University, preparing and approving a $60 million balanced budget. Serving on a 4-year term as a board member on the Audit and Finance Committee of Colorado Humanities, an organization, I was instrumental in preparing and approving a $1 million balanced budget funded by the National Endowment for the Humanities. I also managed a $500,000 investment portfolio with Charles Schwab, as well as a $100,000 endowment account with Community First Foundation. I stand for the principles of ethics, trust, commitment, and excellence. My reputation follows me. Just ask anyone who knows me. As treasurer, I will be the county's fiduciary, the highest level of care, and will utilize my expertise to provide the utmost confidence in managing the county's treasury as I collect, invest, and distribute funds. I will be compliant with tax law to ensure collected taxes and special assessments are apportioned and dispersed to the various taxing authorities. For example, school districts, cities and towns, the county, and special districts. I will be responsible for managing the county's investment portfolio. As I serve as public trustee, I will meet compliance with state statutes and regulations as I provide services related to foreclosure and the release of deeds of trust. I bring to the treasurer position my education, my training, and my experience. As fiduciary, I will practice the highest level of care as I manage not only the treasury, but as I manage the office of the treasurer, the staff. As treasurer, not only must I have knowledge of accounting principles, but must be transparent, which is to focus on being respectful, considerate, and sensitive to everyone I am in contact with. Being sensitive to the needs of the public when providing services that relate to foreclosure, tax collection, and the release of deeds of trust is a trait that the treasurer must possess. I bring diligence to the treasurer's office, as well as an ethical perspective, as I advocate for everyone around me. I believe in collaborating with those around me as we work together to achieve the same goals. I believe in collaborating with those around me as we work together to achieve the same goals. I work well with all populations. I'm bilingual. And I respect all voters, regardless of party affiliation. As your county treasurer, I will safeguard your tax dollars. And I will continue the record of excellence and efficiency that your current fiduciary, Lois Whithall, has provided you. Thank you. And with respect, I ask you to vote for me on November 6th.
All right, now hear from Republican candidate Amy McKinley.
My name is Amy McKinley, and I am running for Alamosa County Treasurer and Public Trustee. My life has been a fantastic journey, and each step along the way has precisely prepared me for the role of treasurer. The treasurer and public trustee position is responsible for collecting property taxes, apportioning payments, maintaining all bank accounts, and investing funds. The state of Colorado is the only state in the United States where the elected county treasurer also serves as the public trustee in 54 of the 64 counties. In the Big Ten counties, the trustee is appointed by the governor. My background of 3 years in private industry, 22 years in finance at Alamosa County, 1 year at Adams State University, and currently a little over 2 years with the city of Alamosa gives me the diversified skill set, and I am competent and experienced and can complete all the tasks I listed above. I have the skills and the knowledge, as well as the hands-on experience to do cash and bank reconciliations. I have the skills to invest funds. I am also familiar with audits and have worked with local and state auditors and always successfully passed each audit. I also did a software conversion while I worked at the Department of Human Services. I changed from SIMA to ACS, and there I also managed a $13.5 million budget and did so on 3 different fiscal years, county, state, and federal. I had great mentors and teachers at the county, and after spending 22 years there working in finance, my hands-on experience and training easily make me the qualified candidate to do this job. The treasurer needs to be honest, transparent, and detail-oriented. I possess all of those skills. I was born and raised on a farm in the San Luis Valley, and my upbringing gives me the morals, ethics, and values to be an exceptional treasurer. I've been married for 29 years, and we successfully raised 2 daughters. I served on the Sangre de Cristo School Board from 2001 to 2005, and I am a current Kiwanis and Optimist Club member. I also have hands-on managerial experience. I use participative engagement to keep employee morale at its highest. I work well with every group of people. I work well with the public, I work well with the staff, and I work well with other elected officials. I have the networking knowledge and ability to make sure the office runs like a well-oiled machine. Lois Woodham has done a fantastic job, and she leaves big shoes to fill. But I know I can do it and do it well. With all of the hands-on experience and my commitment to the community, I will be the treasurer you can trust. I will be able to be sworn into office and hit the ground running without a gap in service to the public. I am asking you, please vote for Amy McKinley for Alamosa County Treasurer and Public Trustee. And if you need more information or details, you can visit amyfortreasurer.com. Thank you all for taking the time to be here tonight. I appreciate the fact that you might be away from your family or have had other commitments, but you chose to be here. Have a great night.
We're going to move into some questions for the treasurer candidates, and I'd ask you to use your mics from the table to just keep things moving. So this is going to be a question asked from someone here to all of our speakers tonight. Where do you see Alamosa in 5 years? And we'll start with you, Amy, since you finished last. Where do you see Alamosa in 5 years?
Test. Wow, that's an interesting question. Alamosa has been so progressive, I would say, just in the last 10 years. I can't imagine what we'll be able to accomplish as a community. This year I helped with the Kaboom Park build at Peyton's Place out by the rec center, and so many people came out and gave of themselves, gave up their Saturday. I find that with everything we do, and I'm just amazed. So in 5 years, I think we will continue being a growing community, very progressive, being inclusive of all citizens, and just a place where everyone wants to live.
Thank you. I too have had the opportunity to go out into the community and meet our business owners and attend events and learn about the various organizations in our community, and the people are just wonderful. I would like to see a lot more and perhaps more economic development in our community. I know that we're doing just fine as we are now, but I would like to see a little bit more of that. I hope that the voters would be a little bit more proactive, and maybe we can work to find some way to deal with the Gallagher Amendment. Perhaps maybe our fiscal climate may benefit and may better. And in spite of the fiscal climate being devastating and somewhat spiraling downward at times, I think we're a strong community, and I think that we stick together very well. And I think in 5 years, again, we will be successful as we are now, and I think as strong as we are, people-oriented in the community, we will make things work.
Am I working? There we go, Pete, thank you. And by the way, I forgot to thank our gracious hosts here at Society Hall, Ruthie and Pete and Lisa, and I don't know who I'm missing, but thank you guys. Donna, I believe this question, Molly, I've got the same question basically from two people. Specifically, what veteran, senior, and educator groups have endorsed you?
I am very, very excited about our seniors and our veterans groups. In terms of endorsements, I have personal endorsements, not groups of individuals. I have a very fondness for our elderly community because I do have my parents that are elderly. My dad's going to be 100 in 2 weeks. My mom will be 92 in January, so I have a very, very big love and a very compassion for our elderly. My father's a World War II veteran, and my son is a Marine, and because I have two veterans in my family, I have a special love for our veterans as well. And it's difficult to say, but I'm also very proud to say that when our veterans and when our military enlist in the service, the family is enlisted as well. So we have a very first-hand knowledge of what it's like to be a veteran and what it's like to serve our country, and very proud of that as well. So personal endorsements, quite a few of them, and all of you know who you are. And that's my story in terms of elderly and veterans.
You have an opportunity to respond to that if you'd like to. All right. So, for the treasurer candidates on the tax lien foreclosure process, will you be more homeowner friendly or bank friendly? And we'll start with you, Amy.
I wish there was a choice in that, but unfortunately I don't think there is. I will have to follow state statute, and I will act as a neutral third party, and I will do the job that is required of me and just be the neutral third party between the lender and the homeowner.
Thank you, Donna.
Sure. In terms of foreclosure, I think being sensitive to the needs of individuals, there are reasons why people foreclose on their homes, budgeting and lack of income and so on and so forth, maybe lack of education. Being very, very sensitive and compassionate as I work with homeowners. Also, again, as Amy mentioned, state statute regulates the foreclosure process, and I will have to work with banking and all of the bankers in order to get the foreclosures taken care of and the process done. Unfortunately, there's no easy way or nothing we can say that'll make things better, but that's the world we live in, and I will stand for our homeowners, and I will stand for our bankers. I am in the middle. I have to make sure that everything goes well and each party is fulfilled and satisfied to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Share an experience you had in dealing with a difficult person person and how you handled the situation. And Amy, we'll start with you.
In 28 years of working in the public and private industry, I've dealt with many difficult individuals. I find that being compassionate, being kind, and being a good listener are the best skills that you can have. Typically, in a bad situation, I end up making a friend because I'm able to talk to them, listen to them, and come to a compromised agreement.
Thank you. Donna?
I think listening to individuals and taking time to understand where they're coming from so that I can have an understanding of what the issue is and why the person is upset or maybe a misunderstanding. And after having had the chance to discuss and learn where they're coming from, I have my side, my point of view to share as well. And I come from a place where I have the understanding and I have the knowledge and I have the expertise to be able to share that with the individual or individuals and make sure that we come to a middle ground. And not always is it best. Sometimes things don't work out for the best, and most of the time they do. However, I think that having the experience and knowledge and background to deal with people, be compassionate and listen, I think everyone understands what the rules are and what the game is and what the regulations are. And while people may not be happy or may not be satisfied, that's the way it is. There are laws that govern our country, govern our government, govern our offices, govern our organizations, and we must abide by them.
Great, thank you. What steps would you take to put the county on a firmer financial footing? And we'll go right back to you, Donna.
Well, it starts with the treasurer's office in terms of building the budget for the treasurer's office. Working in collaboration with county commissioners and those around me to present my needs and my office needs so that we can provide a better and a more balanced and a more educated and a more cohesive staff to be able to provide the services that the treasurer's office provides in collecting taxes and making payments and reporting and balancing budgets and reconciling accounts. I think that working as a treasurer, I would have to be very aggressive and assertive in a very diplomatic way to work with individuals in collecting property taxes. But however, there are individuals that will be delinquent in their property tax payments. And it's very difficult to work in these situations because you're dealing with people's livelihoods. And I think that compassion again and listening and working, and it goes back to the previous question, being able to understand where people are coming from and listen to them and make decisions based on state statute and regulations and being able to communicate that with them as well. But I think the treasurer has to be very aggressive in a very compassionate way to be able to collect property taxes because the revenues that come into the treasurer's office need to be managed accordingly, and that's how our county budget is built as well. So it's just a lot of care and a lot of consideration and knowing and being an expert in my field to be able to communicate all that is necessary.
Thank you.
Would you repeat the question, please?
What steps would you take to put the county on a firmer financial footing?
In order to put the county on a firmer financial footing, it takes all of the county officials to work together. The majority of the revenue comes from property tax. After property tax, you also have sales tax. You have PILT, which is payment in lieu of taxes. You have grants. You have many other revenue items coming into the county. The treasurer is responsible for collecting the property taxes, and I believe we've been 95 to 99% collected over the last 12 years, which I would continue to be very progressive and try to meet those same standards. But ultimately, we don't have a lot of control other than being a firm hand, collecting those property taxes, hoping for the best in Alamosa County and getting good sales tax. And then hoping that all of the people that are responsible for writing and receiving grants do a good job at that. From there, it's up to the chief financial officer and the commissioners to actually establish the budget. Of course, I would do my part and I would follow my budget, I would build my budget, I would get it approved. But ultimately, a firmer financial footing, the only thing I can do as a treasurer is to collect the property taxes.
All right, thank you. How about a hand for Treasurer?
Calling the Commissioner's
You have
office.
reached the Canals County Administration Office. For Tristessa Martinez, County Administrator and Board of County Commissioners, press 1. For Gary Goodaway, Accountant. I have stepped away from my desk momentarily or on the other line. Please leave a short message, name and number, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you, and you have a good day.
My name is Jonathan Masters, and I'm organizing a Conejos County Candidates Forum. And I was trying to get a hold of Mitchell Jarvis. So I think this administration, so I think you should know him or talk to him. 719-214-8544. I'm Jonathan Masters. He's running for office, so I was wanting him to give me a call back. 719-214-8544 to see if he'd be interested in the candidates forum either on Monday or on Wednesday, this Wednesday, 6:30 to 8:30 at Southern Conejo School, South Conejo School. Or if he can't do it on Wednesday, then how about a different day? Can he do it on Thursday? Can he do it on Monday? So yeah, that's my question. If you could pass that message along, I would greatly appreciate it.
You have reached the Canals County Administration Office. For Tristessa Martinez, County
Okay, so two different numbers goes to two different dispatch. 5654 and 5772 went to that same. Okay, so that's it. That's all the people I got.
number 4001. There is no one available to take your call at the moment, so please leave a message after the tone.
Yeah, hey, Nathan Ryball. I've talked to you one time. I'm curious. I want to organize. I'm working on organizing this candidates forum. There's 3 candidates, right? There's 3 races: coroner's race, commissioner's race, sheriff's race, and then there's the sales tax question. And so I was kind of curious. You would have better insight than I would. Who would be a advocate of the sales tax, and who would be a good person to represent the opposition side of that? Is there, any, I guess, point people when it comes to those 2 positions? If so, give me a call back, 719-214-8544. Again, my name is Jonathan Masters, and I await your call. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Please leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Yeah, hey, Donna, Griego's Jonathan Masters. I'm calling to just ask you some questions on your campaign. Why are you running? What are your ideas for the office? What are you going to do for the citizens of Alamosa County? My phone number is 719-214-8544. Give me a call back when you get this message. Thank you.